Warren, welcome to the room. Let's get started with our first questions from Anthony Dasher and Mark Weiser.
Hey, Warren, good to see you today. I want to ask you what I asked John just a little bit ago, about, teams playing with a chip on their shoulder, how they typically play better like that. My question was, I guess, number one, does this team now have a chip on their shoulder? And if so, in what ways can it help you guys moving forward?
I would definitely say we have a chip on our shoulder. Losing the SEC championship definitely left a bad taste in our mouth. It's kind of refocused us and made us, look ourselves in the mirror and, kind of get back to the grind and get back to work.
Hey, Warren, from watching film of Michigan, Aiden Hutchinson in particular, what kind of stands out about what makes him a very effective pass rusher, and what kind of challenge does he particularly present?
He's a high effort guy. He strains, every play. He's always going to give you his best effort. So just being able to match his effort is huge.
Let's go to Allison Mastrangelo and Charles Odom.
I guess following that, what will be the key to be able to protect Stetson Bennett better, especially after the sacks that he had to take during the SEC championship, when you have a guy like Aiden Hutchinson on the other side?
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Going off of what you said about Aiden Hutchinson, what's the key to now protecting Stetson Bennett better and after all the sacks he had gone through in the SEC championship, when you have a guy like Aiden Hutchinson coming at him?
First we need to look at ourselves, and figure out what we did wrong and how we can improve that, and just, going into practice, knowing that we have good guys that we're about to go up against, and just taking pride in protecting our quarterback.
Warren, from an offensive standpoint, from your perspective on offense, have you seen any changes on Georgia defense in practice, following the announcement about Dan Lanning?
No, I haven't really seen too much of a difference. They still come in and they still work. Coach Lanning, he still comes in and he still works. He gives us everything he's got. And he's a good coach, and he gets the best out of his players no matter where he's at.
Let's go to Chip Towers and then Seth Emerson.
Yeah, Warren, just, it's a college football playoff. So it's for everything, but is there any excitement for you or any of the players just about, going to Miami? It is the Orange Bowl. I guess there'll be some activities or whatever, or is it not that, right? Is it just strictly business when you're in a situation like this?
I would say for the most part, it's strictly business. We have a bad taste from the SEC championship, but we still have our goals ahead of us, and we just want to be locked in going down to Miami. It's a nice place. I've never been there before. I'm excited to go down there and be around that atmosphere. But we have a goal that we're working to, so I'm pretty sure we'll be locked in for
that. I don't have anything.
Okay, let's go to Jake Rowe and then Connor Riley.
Warren, you look at everybody's talking about their pass rushers and kind of that, but obviously, a way to kind of slow that down is the run game. How are you guys feeling about your run game? I know you didn't get a whole lot of opportunity to do that in the SEC championship game. Has it been a focus? Is it something you're looking to get back to? What's your mentality as far as being able to run the football right now?
Definitely is something we're looking to get back to. It's always good to be able to run the ball. Once you're able to run the ball, you can throw the ball a little bit better. So that has been one of our main focuses, running the ball a little bit better since the SEC championship.
Hey, Warren, given the long gap between your last game against Alabama and the game against Michigan, you do get some extra practices. How much better as players do you think you can get during that sort of month-long layoff?
I think you can get a lot better in that month. Coach Smart does a good job with making sure everybody gets reps and gets the same amount of reps during this time. And so everybody's developing, everybody's getting the same amount of reps, and we're all coming in and putting in the same amount of effort. So I think you can get a lot better.
Let's go to Palmer Toms and Lance McCurley.
Yeah, for kind of following up on that,
with some of those extended reps for some of these younger guys that may not have gotten, a ton of meaningful reps during the regular season. Who are some guys that you've noticed, have stood out to you?
Well, for me, for the offensive line, definitely Michael Morris, Dylan Fairchild, Marius Mims, they've all been, progressively getting better over this time. Just that's what really happens during this time because we get to focus more on, technique and stuff like that. For the first couple of weeks, we were just focused on us. So we got to, really look at ourselves and get better.
How about the kind of progression of Austin Blask as he's now in, I believe, his second year at UGA?
Austin, he's gotten a lot better. He's played a bunch of positions, played tackle, guard, and now he's playing center. And, he's done a great job at center. Just being able to learn a whole new position, especially center is difficult, and he's done a good job with that.
All right, let's go next to Ryan Curley.
Warren, campus life is a little different right now. What do you do when you're not working out? You don't have school going on right now. What's your free time taken up by?
Probably watching film, getting recovery, doing the little extra stuff that we really couldn't do when school was in. And now that we have a bunch of free time, just getting extra recovery, watching more film, and probably, getting in shape.
Okay, we got a few more minutes with Warren. If you have a follow-up question, feel free to jump right in.
Warren, if I could, a follow-up on Hutchinson. When you go against a guy like that, he's going to be in the spotlight from scouts, from TV cameras, et cetera. Does it give you an extra bolt of motivation knowing that you're also going to be in the spotlight?
It's definitely always a motivation when you're going against a good player. And just with him having that spotlight, you have to prepare for him and, put in that extra work to be ready.
Warren, I heard you say something about goals, still out there. I assume you're alluding to, the high stakes for these next game or two if you win. Can you speak to that in terms of the motivation to kind of that you're 2 games away from what you guys have been working for a long time to get towards?
Will you repeat that for me?
The national title that's out there, the stakes, how much is it, that it's only 2 wins away? How much does that excite you guys, drive you guys?
Oh yeah, that's a huge motivation. That's something that we've been working for all off season and during the season. And now we're 2 games away, and it's go or go home. So I think we'll be ready for this game again in Miami, and we'll be prepared.
Okay.
What does your the holiday plans look like with you guys preparing for the bowl game? Do you get to have like a team celebration with Christmas? What does that kind of look like for you guys?
I think we'll have a couple of days off to go home and spend it with our family, but we'll be back shortly after, they head to Miami.
Any more questions for Warren? Okay, Warren, thanks for your time, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.